Think back to the first time you saw Muhammad Ali on a talk show. Not in the ring, but in a chair. Trading jokes instead of punches, making the host work harder than any opponent ever did. If you remember those moments, you know Ali didn't just visit talk shows, he conquered them. Because one night in the mid-1970s, Ali walked onto a talk show set, and what happened next became the stuff of legend. The host thought he was ready. The audience thought they'd seen it all. They were all wrong. Mid-1970s, Ali was at the height of his powers, both in and out of the ring. Fresh off the Rumble in the Jungle and the Thrilla in Manila. The most famous athlete on the planet. But what made Ali truly dangerous on television wasn't his boxing record. It was his timing, his wit, and his absolute refusal to play by anyone else's rules. If you remember this era of Ali, when he was as quick with a comeback as he was with a jab, hit that subscribe button. These moments deserve to be remembered. Now, let me take you inside what happened that night. The show started simple enough. Ali walked out to thunderous applause. The host, trying to establish control, went straight for the obvious. A woman from the audience asked Ali how he stayed so good-looking after so many fights. The host couldn't resist. His face was different, but he'd been punched to look like this. Classic setup, standard talk show roast. The audience laughed. Ali smiled. And then he delivered the counterpunch. "You know what I heard," Ali said. "Somebody told me somebody interviewed one of your relatives. And they said, when you were a baby, you were so ugly. Every time you cried, the tears would turn around and go down the back of your head." The audience erupted. The host was stunned. Because that wasn't just a comeback. That was Ali reminding everyone who was really in charge. But here's what made that moment so perfect. Ali wasn't angry. He wasn't defensive. He was playing. And he was better at this game than anyone else on that stage. The host, now on his heels, tried to recover. He made a joke. Ali fired back. The rhythm was building. And then Ali said something that stopped the whole show. "Don't get me on your show playing your game. I'm not a comedian." The host couldn't resist. "Yes, you are, you in the ring." The audience loved it. But watch what Ali did next. He didn't argue. He didn't get defensive. He just smiled. Because Ali knew something the host didn't. The line between fighter and performer had always been blurred for Ali. He'd been playing this role his entire career. And he was the best in the world at it. Now, if you watched Ali during this era, you know what I'm about to tell you. This wasn't just entertainment. It was Ali's way of controlling his narrative, in the ring and out of it. But But the moment that defines this entire appearance came when a fan asked Ali about his fight with Joe Frazier. She said she nearly had a heart attack when Ali's nose started bleeding in the 9th round. Ali, ever the showman, responded with mock confusion. "I don't remember my nose bleeding." The host pushed back. The fan insisted she saw it. The exchange continued. And then Ali delivered the line that brought the house down. "If I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy all of this." The audience exploded. The host was speechless. Because in one sentence, Ali had done something remarkable. He'd acknowledged the absurdity of the entire situation, while simultaneously elevating himself above it. The world saw a heavyweight champion cracking jokes. But what Ali was really doing was reminding everyone that he was smarter than they gave him credit for. But then something unexpected happened. A fan asked Ali about fighting George Foreman. How did he keep a positive mental attitude when everyone thought he was going to lose? And suddenly, the comedian disappeared. The real Ali stepped forward. "I'm scared to death most times," Ali admitted. The studio went quiet. "But this is why I talk like I do and brag like I do and make predictions. Because I have to put myself on such a spot that if I go in and get beat, I can't go back to the pool room. I can't go back to the corner. So this makes me fight like the devil." In that moment, Ali revealed the method behind the madness. The bragging wasn't arrogance. It was survival. The predictions weren't showmanship. They were a psychological strategy to push himself beyond his limits. This confession, this vulnerability, this honesty, it wasn't scripted. It was real. By the end of the show, Ali had done what he always did. He entertained. He dominated. He revealed. When a fan asked when he'd retire, Ali was vintage Ali. Maybe another 2 fights. Maybe 1, maybe none. The host joked that Ali couldn't quit before having another fight. Ali's response was perfect. "Ain't no such thing as quitting before you have another one. You'll have one with me if you talk stuff like that." The audience loved it. The host laughed nervously because even in jest, everyone knew the truth. Ali wasn't someone you challenged. Not in the ring, not on television, not anywhere. This wasn't just a talk show appearance. It was a masterclass in presence, control, and charisma. Ali walked onto that stage as a guest. He walked off as the star. 50 years later, we still talk about Ali's fights. But moments like this, they remind us why we fell in love with him in the first place. What's your favorite Ali talk show moment? Drop it in the comments. And if you remember this era of Ali, make sure you're subscribed. These stories deserve to be remembered.